So a little while back, we did a Mustang news video. We're talking about the S550 going away and the S650 coming, and them doing a lot of special editions. Now, in that video, we mentioned the black Mustang, which we now know is the Night Pony, and we mentioned the Ice White edition. Now, if you remember, I did say a friend of mine ordered one, and we wondered if he would actually ever get it. Now, you guys that have been at Mustang Week or even our Customer Appreciation Day probably recognize Adam as our DJ. He goes to a lot of events with us. He also has a beautiful yellow fox body, but he is the proud owner of what we assume is going to be a pretty rare Ice White Edition Mustang. So tell us about the Ice White package and what made you want to get one of those.
Well, I was scrolling across TikTok one day and saw it pop up, and they said the car was available to be built and purchased. So I called my dad, who's a GM at a dealership for Ford, and I was like, hey, is this even like remotely available? Or are they just teasing me with it? Can you get the car?
Because at the time you couldn't get Mustangs, period.
Yeah,
like, Ford wasn't shipping anything.
The order banks weren't even open for Mustangs when I wanted to do it. So he sent an email out to his rep. They said the car was available and that I just need to be a certified vehicle purchase owner and fill out all the proper paperwork for it and put the order in, and it should be picked up in May.
Okay, it wasn't in May.
Never got picked up in May. So I had ordered the car in March. All the stuff that the dealerships get said the car would be picked up in April, then it was May, then it was June. Ford Nationals came Friday afternoon.
And there was one at Ford Nationals. We saw that one down there.
Yeah, so Friday afternoon, my dad messaged me and says, hey, all orders for the Ice White Edition have to be in by June 9th. If your car's not picked up by June 23rd, they won't build your car. So needless to say, it was a very stressful, from the June 9th to the 23rd, they picked it up at like 10 o'clock in the morning on the last day they could pick it up to build it.
Well, we talked about 2022. I mean, that was the worst sales year for the Mustang in the history of the Mustang. I mean, now obviously a lot of it had to do with part shortages and everything else going on, but I mean, realistically, how many do you think they made? I've seen two. I've seen Fords that they take to shows with them, and then I saw yours. That's pretty much it. I saw one online too, so I've heard of 3 so far.
Yeah, I've only seen a handful. After following some S550 pages, we knew of 6 that were built before mine came in. And I've only seen a handful extra show up online of being delivered and purchased. My dad tried to get the paperwork from Ford, but they've restructured everything this week, so we haven't gotten anything. They're saying less than 100.
I'd say half that or less.
Yeah, I'm gonna say half or less, because a lot of people didn't even know that you could actually go into the dealership and order it.
Yeah.
And they were not taking these, dealers just couldn't order these as stock orders. They had to be a retail order, and they had to be a verified purchase.
So a customer basically had to come in and say, I want this, and order it, not we're not gonna get one, throw it on our floor, and hope somebody likes it.
Yeah, and when you order this car, you can only get 3 options. So you have to fall in love with what the car gives you in the package.
Sticker automatic, I'm assuming.
This is a manual.
Okay.
And the only 3 things that I wanted to change on the car was I wanted to get Magna Ride, but that takes it completely away, so you lose your Ice White.
Yeah, there's no Magna Ride.
I got active exhaust. I had to pay for floor mats. That was an option, and I had to pay for a spare tire. That also cost
So the
extra.
options were floor mat, spare tire. I guess it comes with a 6-speed with the automatic being optional.
Yeah, you can get it in an automatic, and you can get it in an EcoBoost.
Okay.
Manual or automatic. I have not seen one of those pop up yet.
So there actually is an EcoBoost Ice White. That will probably be the really, really, really rare one. So for people who might not know, what is the Ice White, besides obviously it's a white Mustang with lots of white, but what exactly separates this from your normal, white Mustang somebody would order?
So it comes with the 2-tone interior, white leather seats. It's only in a 401A package.
Okay.
Which means,
so they're all premium.
Yeah, it is to the hilt, heated, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, things that I won't even need because I'm not gonna drive it in the winter. But that's what it comes with. So it comes with the white inlay on the seats. All of your stitching throughout your seats are white as well. The dash is white. You get the LED cluster, which you can change from the track mode, sport mode.
Yeah, the normal 401A cluster.
All that. You get the performance wing that they put on the back. Wasn't a huge fan on it, but it's growing on me.
Okay.
You get the white badges. all the way around to include the 5.0 badge with just one red sticker in the middle. Outside of that, the car is black.
Everything's white or black.
White or black, and that's it. You get the white pony in the front, and then you get the white GT in the back. This is the only one, I believe, that comes with the already painted shiny black front grille insert.
Okay. Most of them are gloss and matte, so that seems normal. Okay. It looks glossier, but I know how clean you keep your stuff. That might be what it is. The one cool thing about these that's unique for this car is this is the first US car to have a Euro style taillights. Yeah,
that is also another option that was available for the car for the package. And then the most notable is the white wheels with the white pockets on the inlay, which I thought I would really love and I really hate. I cannot wait to get them ceramic coated.
Keeping that clean, a white wheel clean is gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, and everybody's already saying you should change out the brake pads. Well, give me a little time.
Keep the dust down a little bit on it.
Yeah, but outside of that, that's pretty much all the things that it came with as part of the Ice White package.
So obviously this is your second of many Mustangs you've owned, and your other one's pretty heavily modified, your yellow fox body. What about this one? I mean, are you gonna, I know you've wanted, you were anti-S550 for a while until you drove one, and now I know you love it, but are you gonna modify this, or is it gonna be a basic, keep it mostly the way it is, considering how rare it probably is?
Well, I blame the S550 on you because I drove yours. I lived a modified life. I have an extended warranty through Ford with this for 7 years, 100,000 miles. And honestly, I want to, and I pushed this to my wife that this is the reason why I wanted to buy it. I want to be able to jump in it, drive it, take it to wherever we go.
Jump in and go. Yep,
and she want to go to the beach for a weekend and we want to take this. We have way more room in this than we do in my Fox body. We can put her stuff in there. She's comfortable. She doesn't have to yell at me that the AC is not as cold, because now she has heated and cooled seats, which I haven't understood yet, but.
So perfect seats for her to fall asleep on a road trip.
Yeah, we have the AC blown and she's got heated seats on. So she's happy as long as she's happy. But as far as modifications, I've talked about maybe doing the resonator delete on it.
With the active exhaust, it sounds really good.
And maybe lowering springs, but for right now, the only modifications it's going to get is it's getting ceramic coated once the 8 weeks hit after it's being painted. It's going to be ceramic coated, and then that's going to be kind of like the end of the year for me anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say in our time frame, you know, we're done for the season, late fall anyway, so.
So really, it's just going to sit in the garage once it gets ceramic coated. There's really not a whole lot going on after I get all these things done I would like to get done, but tinted windows is going to happen.
Yeah, gotta get rid of the water bottle look.
Just haven't figured out how dark I want to go yet, because I drive my wife's car and I drive my truck, and I have to roll the windows down to back up, and that drives me insane.
That's why I got a backup camera.
Right, yeah. So those two things will happen before the end of the year, but outside of that, I don't want that modified life anymore.
I hear you. Well, dude, I'm glad you got it. I mean, we wondered for a while if it was actually gonna show up. So I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you brought it in. And if any guys out there have one of these, or even maybe have a night pony on order, you know, let us know in the comments. We'd love to get one of the black ones in here and get actually a photo with the black and the white. Definitely a rare car. And again, thanks for bringing it out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.